India's free trade agreement with the European Free Trade Association, comprising Switzerland, Norway, Iceland and Liechtenstein, officially came into force on Wednesday. The landmarked pact aims to boost trade, attract $100 billion in investment and create 1 million jobs over 15 years. At the India-EFTA Prosperity Summit held in New Delhi on Wednesday, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal called the agreement a model partnership that integrates innovation, sustainability and technology.
The colleagues from the 4 EFTA nations have helped us, what I believe is not just another free trade agreement, but an agreement which defines trust. A lot of the agreement is centered around mutual trust and respect. Respect for the sensitivities of each country amongst the 5 members. It's a trusted partnership between friends. It's a partnership which, in a way, can also be defined for, I think, bringing to the fore new elements which were never before thought of in a free trade agreement.
Now, for their part, the EFTA representatives hailed the balanced nature of the deal, citing India's growing economic influence. Switzerland's State Secretary for Economic Affairs called the deal a balanced one.
For EFTA countries, it's incredibly clear. This is a massive market, 1.4 billion population on a growth path. We very much believe in what Minister Goyal has explained to us, the 30-30-30. So in 30 years, you're going to be a 30 trillion plus economy and people are still going to be young.
Now, the agreement marks a major step in India's strategy to deepen global trade ties and integrate into global value chains, with both sides emphasizing long-term collaboration across sectors. Norway's ambassador to India, May Ellen Stena, welcomed the implementation of the agreement, calling it a significant milestone for India-Norway relations.
So we expect, when this agreement enters into force, that this will again double in the next few years and maybe even more in the years to come. The Norwegian businesses, being particularly interested in India, are in the maritime sector and also in the energy sector.
And the next report provides more details on India and European Free Trade Association's Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement.
The Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement, TIPA, with the European Free Trade Associations is a landmark in India's global outreach. Signed on March 10, 2024, it comes into effect after 16 years and 21 rounds of negotiations. At its core is US $100 billion investment pledge over 15 years, projected to create over 1 million jobs in India. The pact opens new opportunities for Indian farmer, gems and jewelry, textiles, machinery, and IT services.
Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement with the EFTA countries is a comprehensive agreement which covers not just trade in goods and services, but also intellectual property rights, competition, and also government procurement. EFTA countries are important trade and economic partners of India. They had invested about 12 billion in the Indian market, and Norway's pension fund also separately invested about 25 billion in the Indian market. Since these countries are also very much part of the European economic area, so overall, this is an important agreement for both for the European countries and also for India.
To safeguard domestic interests, India has kept dairy, farm products and gold outside the purview of this agreement, but Indian exporters will gain new tariff advantages in EFTA markets.
Out of these 4 countries, Switzerland, Iceland, Liechtenstein and Norway, Switzerland is the biggest trading partner to India among those 4, and I think it will definitely benefit Indians and the Swiss, because it will ease imports of certain goods. In general, I think this agreement is probably, especially if you look at the other free trade agreement with the European Union, it's of psychological importance because it's good that these four countries now managed to make a deal because we all know that for a very long time India and the EU were not able to come to a conclusion.
The agreement is also historic. It includes a sustainability clause, binding both sides to uphold labor rights and environmental standards. Bilateral trade is now projected to rise to US dollars 55 to 60 billion annually. With new tariff schedules in place, ports and airports are fast-tracking consignments, giving exporters an early edge under the new regime.
The implementation of free trade agreement between India and four European nations, Norway, Switzerland, Iceland and Liechtenstein, sets a template how cooperation can be established between countries who think alike and set the ball rolling for other countries too. It can be a model for cooperation. Akhilesh Suman for DD India in Delhi.